And do this video, and I'm just gonna say it right now. I feel like something is trying to fucking control me. Again, these people are trying to take control of something that I've had. Look like I was looking at a different fucking face from childhood and all of that. Control of it's something that connects you to your identity, your childhood memories. And these people who put this curse on me, I'll go ahead and show you a picture of how they look. Are trying to steal it to be able to control me. With that being said, they killed off my lone spirit guide, as well as took a lot of my timelines, which is crucial to your existence. They've been promising to do that, something to do with taking it from Baron Samity and all of that and using it to be able to fuck with me. And I've been trying to get it back. And they've been working with the highest selves of that Mikey Hernandez and all of that, and people at that Santa birthday shop. I'll go ahead and show you their pictures, and using their roach attachments to separate all of that from me. And now I feel very, very, very different. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and do a longer video tomorrow talking about, and I did a blog kind of touching on and saying I have no spiritual fucking protection. All the spiritual protection I have within me, going back to Baron Samity, Kate, I have everything is a fucking against me. I have no fucking spiritual protection. Everything that I have around me is setting me up to be a fucking sacrifice. That's all I have. Like going back to that original timeline where I died in my sleep. I got taken out of my body on August 22nd, 2022. My poor roommate was howling, and she was saying, leave that child alone, referring to my spirit guide the entire night. She was saying, I don't want to hear this, about this girl being pulled out of her timelines. Woo. So it's not like I'm the only fucking one that's going through this. This is extremely fucking sadistic and evil. And I got wind of where those fucking people, it's Sam's Hofbrau. I think they own it. Again, I'm going to show you, pictures of it. But anyways, with that being said, it's three people, from what I understand it's fucking wetbacks, but from what I really saw, it's a bunch of fucking crackers, wetbacks, all the whole fucking thing involved. With that being said, they took a crucial part of my consciousness that in the middle of the night, that me and my spirit team and spirit guide are trying to get back. You can look at my eyes right now and see I'm possessed. Now I keep hearing one of them evil motherfuckers talking about World Star and all that shit. But every single fucking day they would rip this entity, this part of me out and have me try to, get piece it back together in the astral plane. But with that being said, and they were using that Dan Arsenica entity that's connected to Witsakoto to fuck with me. With that being said, again, I have no spiritual fucking protection, and I explained it on the blog. And I talked about, from what I understand, now that entity, that Dan Arsenica entity that connected to St. Peter. But anyways, from what I'm understanding, going back to August the 22nd, 2022, it was the devil, Satan himself, red dragon, that pulled me out of my body. I don't know how true that is, but that's why everything's all fucked up. And I can feel like invisible hands clawing at me, grabbing at me from the astral plane, fucking everything up. They done fucked up Baron Samity before he was doing that shit of his own fucking volition, helping them. And then before it was an entity attachment that was fucking with me. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and say this, man. I need spiritual help because I have no spirit team to help me out. I have no good spirit team. All I had was a spirit guide as well as a Topa version of her to help me out. And they're trying to set up a trap, from what I understand, these people who watch it. I got an Ingrid Hybrid, a big old fat German woman and all of that. Her higher, the highest self and all of that. They're trying to set up a trap where I don't speak anymore. I don't do tarot readings. I can't use my spiritual powers. I can't even access it. I keep hearing some demonic saying, that's good, that's good. And so with that being said, use 694 hertz as well as 925 hertz for discernment. 614 hertz to 617 hertz to get rid of their roach attachments, as well as 7,000 hertz, as well as, there's a bunch for, whatchamacallit, 155, 155 hertz, as well as 115, 115 hertz, 117, 117 hertz, and 165 hertz to remove barriers. They keep on putting me in fucking barriers and all that shit to keep me locked up. There's a bunch more that I'm trying to remember. I think that it's important to keep presence online because, with this shit here that I got, I even had a dream of dying in my sleep. It's serious. You could die in your sleep. And again, I have no spiritual protection. Baron Samedi, Hike, and all of that shit is against me. I have no spiritual protection. And, they be trying to run agendas in my mind, all that shit. I just poured out my heart in my blog that you could read. It's the more I fucking read it, about how like I'm just at a major disadvantage. Going back to what I was saying about Istanbul and all of that being the place where I'm being set up to be sacrificed. One of the gods that was over me is a Roman soldier. And a good friend of mine's, me and him were talking about the curse this weekend, and he was saying that goes back to Constantinople in Rome, which was part of the Eastern Roman Empire, where Jesus got crucified and all of that, murdered right before it was sometime before the Eastern Roman Empire got overrun. So that's where the city of Istanbul stands to this current day. And that's where they're at. Hopefully they don't destroy my ability to be able to articulate myself again. These evil-ass entities and these people that are working with them are big on keeping you silenced. And again, I've been compromised and fucked up very, very bad. I was hearing my poor spirit guide in the spirit plane, hollering for help. I mean, it's gotten so bad for me that I even had to create a tulpa to be able to help me out of my spirit guide. It's gotten so fucking bad. And, I have another evil entity. Its name is Alex Nascimento. I'll go ahead and show you this picture. And that's the main architect of a lot of this, from what I understand, along with Baron Samedi, to keeping me stuck. He's an evil entity, sadistic entity that likes to commandeer control of, it's an entity attachment that commandeers, that fucks with your consciousness and then pulls you into hell realms. You'll place things like people at Walmart where, based on your memories, where they go and, you're stuck. I actually saw with a Mexican girl I later on helped out, where you're stuck in your head, in your consciousness. Usually when you die, you go into your consciousness or your ancestors or somebody else's, where you get hunted down by a bunch of people, and again, it's getting very, very crucial. I refuse to stay silent about it because it's getting very, very drastic. And again, it's scary that I felt nearly controlled. It's a complicated, long story, and I really don't want to talk about it in the middle of the fucking night, but it's a very fucked up situation. So anyways, all I ask for y'all is to send good vibes, good energy, and pray for me because I really don't have anything helping me at this time outside of that child and the child I had to